Okay guys, so for whatever reason, I had just recorded this video and my whole audio file and the video was terrible for whatever reason. It got choppy, it started crashing, audio was bad. I don't know what was going on, so kind of re-recording this, to be honest. But yeah, so welcome back. This is gonna be another video on the channel. It's your boy Y2 Shadows. So we're gonna talk about the Lakers and the Hornets game. So Lakers blew a 13-point lead to the Hornets. This final score, as you can see on your screen, is 100-97. I would have my webcam on, but for whatever reason, my webcam started tripping as well. So I think that's also contributing to what happened with the visuals. So no webcam, just gonna be all audio here. The Lakers at one point in the third quarter, Austin Reeves had gotten ejected because he tried to do a drive on Nurkic, thought he got fouled, ended up being the turnover, and then the ref gave him a double technical and got him ejected. And once Reeves got ejected, the Hornets went on a 24-1 run, including a point where LaMelo Ball had hit, I believe it was 3 threes in a row. It was just bad offense. Lakers couldn't generate any buckets. Miles Bridges, as you can see here, Miles Bridges had himself a night. He had 29 points. He also hit 5 threes. LaMelo had 27, but also hit 5 threes as well. Nick Smith Jr. Had some timely threes. There was a point in this game, right? We were doubling Yusuf Nurkic, doubling him, right? He was down on the post, didn't score a bucket, only shot 3 times, didn't score a bucket at all. We were doubling Nurkic. Man, oh, he shot all his stuff from 3, and we decided to double Nurkic when he was inside the post, and Nurkic ended up with 7 assists. Inexcusable process. There was a point in the game, matter of fact, right? Jackson Hayes and Alex Len, funny enough, when they were on the court, they were positives in the game. I know that Jackson Hayes ended up being a +12. Alex Len, what was he, plus minus? He was a +8, although I'm not gonna lie, he looked terrible on the floor, so I don't know how much that one was correct. But Jackson Hayes, when he was on the floor, the Lakers were actually really good. Luka tonight just didn't have it at all. He couldn't buy a bucket. Luka was struggling all around. He couldn't hit from 3, was barely missing a bunch of his 2s. Look, 1 from 9 for 3, and he went 5-18 from the field. LeBron had a terrible game for the most part as well until the fourth quarter, where LeBron turned up. LeBron in the fourth quarter, I think he scored 11 of his points, 11 of his 26 in the fourth quarter, actually. Hold on, let me see. Let me confirm that really quick, because LeBron had scored a bunch of points in the fourth quarter. I think around half of that, yeah. So I think around 13, that's actually more than that. So probably around 13 points or so in the fourth quarter. But LeBron had himself a game in the fourth. Almost had a triple-double. Luka also almost had a triple-double as well. Rui, don't let the stats fool you, right? I mean, 1 of 8 for 3 is obviously not good, especially when you get some open ones. 7 for 16, if you look at the stats, you would believe that Rui had a pretty decent game. But Rui was just kind of there. 6'8", not a good, I know he had 8 rebounds and everything, but he definitely could have had some more. Kind of clueless on defensive closeouts and defensive schemes. Loves the mid-range because that's his best shot, but for whatever reason, when he has open threes, some days he's a hit or miss. He's really inconsistent. Jared Vanderbilt, salute to Vando, but Vando, at some point, if all you're gonna give me is defense, that last possession, by the way, it was one of the last possessions of the game. It was Rui had just missed 2 free throws, so the Hornets were still up 2. It was what was it? It was 90. Was it 94? 90. It was 96, 94. Yeah, 96, 94. Hornets were up 2. About 30 something seconds to go. Rui missed both free throws, and we had Vando in the game on LaMelo. And LaMelo just goes right by Vando and goes right by Vando and gets a layup over 2 people. to pretty much, it wasn't, not gonna say ice the game, because LeBron ended up hitting the three to make it a 1-point game, and LeBron had multiple chances to tie it to go to overtime, but that was pretty much like, that was the dagger. That was the dagger play right there. How LaMelo closed it out. Just very bad process. Dalton Connect, my boy Connect. I like Connect when he's on, but Connect just didn't have it tonight, and then wasn't great defensively as well. Gabe Vincent was decent earlier in the game, but Gabe Vincent kind of fell off. I think Dodo played great the whole time. Dorian Finney-Smith played great. Reeves getting ejected, well, like, killed everything. That Reeves getting ejected shifted the whole energy of the game, I think, because that 24-1 run, I don't believe happens if Reeves is on the court. And yes, Reeves is not a great defender by any stretch of imagination, but Reeves is capable. And they were doing pretty well up until that point. Matter of fact, even with Reeves going out, as a whole, the Hornets team only shot 35% from the field. So they didn't shoot well, like, as a team, like, at all. Like, here, from field goal, 36%. They just shot better from three, which, I mean, both the Lakers and the Hornets aren't necessarily great three-point shooting teams, but look at it, outright, like, free throw makes 67%, pathetic. We had, how many turnovers do we have? Because we had, like, in the first quarter, I think we had like in the first half, we had like 7 or 8 turnovers. It was disgraceful what we were doing on that. How many team turnovers did the Lakers have? The Lakers had 7. Yeah. Oh yeah. So it does show us. Yeah, 17 turnovers, 18 turnovers get you beat. You can't be turning the ball over like that at all. So they deserve to lose. For the Hornets side, I mean, shout out, Miles Bridges and LaMelo. Nick Smith hit some timely shots. Steph Curry hit some shots as well. So all kind of like timely minutes timely minutes there, but again, it's just, this is one of them games where the Lakers had in the bag, then kind of took their foot off the gas. Reeves gets ejected, and then the whole, like, downward spiral goes on. I don't know. JJ's a big analytical guy, so I'm pretty sure that at some point they would have seen the analytics saying that, hey, we're actually doing better against the Hornets when we have a big on the floor, and for whatever reason, we decided to stay small from the majority of that 24-1 run. Like, yeah, I think the only time we went big is at the start of the fourth quarter was when we had Alex Len in, and then LaMelo just didn't matter because LaMelo was on a heater at that point. Just all around bad process by the Lakers. It's the first game out of the break, so if you want to say that, hey, they had a week off or whatever, fine. But the unfortunate thing is that this is now 2 losses in a row to teams that they should have won. The Utah game, we beat Utah a couple nights before, beat the brakes off of them, and then we lose in Utah. Utah from start to finish kind of just controlled that game, so that was kind of just like one of them where Utah just had the control of it. But this game here, the Hornets game, was inexcusable. And what hurts now, right, is instead of being closer to Houston to be able to get into that 4th spot, like, instead of being 33-20, and then if we win tomorrow against Portland in the back-to-back, we would be 34-21. We'd be tied with the Rockets for the record. And I think, matter of fact, I think we have the tiebreak. We would have, because that's a conference of foe. So if we were winning tomorrow too, we would be fourth. We would be 4th over Houston. Because of now losing, right, we're now 32-21, and we're a lot closer to the Clippers, who the Clippers, as you can see, a 3-game winning streak. Clippers are trying to resurge out of nowhere, and they want to be able to stay in that top spot. And then, as you can see here, the Timberwolves aren't going anywhere either. The Mavericks are a weird case because the Mavs are kind of like, again, no Anthony Davis for a while. Their whole team is dealing with injuries. I think they said all their centers are hurt. Gafford, Lively's already been hurt. Gafford had just gotten hurt. He's out for like a couple weeks as well. Dwight Powell's not playing either. So they're all, actually, no, is Dwight Powell even on that team? I don't even remember. I don't even think he's still on that team or not. But regardless, all of their big men in Dallas are hurt. It's just Kyrie and everybody else. So I'm not going to say I'm 100% worried about Dallas for per chance, but Minnesota wants to move up, and so does the Clippers. Nobody wants to be in that play-in scenario. And when you drop games like this, all you're doing is creating opportunities for other teams to come back, and now they can move up in the standings. And instead of us having easier paths to get to like easier routes to maybe get to the finals, we're now stuck dealing with this. So in the big picture, realistically, right, the Lakers, I know people don't want to hear this, right? But the Lakers weren't built to win this year anyway. At the moment they did that trade, they kind of did this trade going off the fact that they're like, hey, Luka's the future, and we're going to have Luka for maybe the next 10 years plus. So Luka's the future. We're going to have Luka run everything, whoop, 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 right? So I like get that, right? But in the same breath, though, you did want to see the Lakers try to compete and try to see if they can make see what they can do with this roster for this current season before going into the offseason. And just right now, those two back-to-back losses, especially the teams that you should have beat, and you had already beaten the brakes off of Utah like 2 days beforehand. It's just bad process. And then just to show you guys how the schedule for the Lakers doesn't get any easier, right? So they have Portland tomorrow on a back-to-back. I don't believe LeBron is playing, especially because he's going to be talking about his foot stuff, even though he just did a poster tonight on Margaret Williams. But I'm just going to assume LeBron doesn't play tomorrow. Then we have the big ABC game on Saturday against the Nuggets, the huge one that everybody wants to see, the one that's like, oh, everybody's got to really lock in for us. So we got to go see all of this. Then we got the Mavericks game. Then we got hit there. We played the Mavericks, right? Now, there's no AD and everybody else is hurt here, but Max Christie, since we traded him, I mean, Max has been doing pretty well before the trade with the Lakers. Like, he was doing well when he was on the Lakers here, but he got to the Mavericks and was doing really, really good over there. Then we got another game against the Timberwolves, and then it's the Timberwolves and Clippers back-to-back games. Like, these are games that you have to deal with back-to-back. Now, Luka does great against the Clippers, right? But Luka still been trying to adjust since getting over here, so now we got to deal with that. And then just to get in March, right? March is the month of back-to-backs for the Lakers because we have so many. Look at this here. Lakers, like, we play the Bucks and the Nuggets back-to-back. Then the following week, then a couple of days later, we play the Suns and the Spurs back-to-back. And then another couple of days later, we play the Nuggets and the Bucks back-to-back again. This is a 6-game, this 6-game stretch over here where there's a period, so many periods of back-to-backs is killer on the bodies. And when you drop games like tonight, it's just kind of like you just give the gap, like give the teams below you opportunities to move up. So here, I didn't even get to the rest of it. There's another, like, there's one more at the end of the month. Pacers and Bulls back-to-back. Now, this one shouldn't be as bad because we already beat the Pacers, and the Bulls aren't anything special at all. The Bulls should be, the Bulls are not even, they're kind of, like, try to sell and see what they can get to build for their future, but the Bulls are like whatever. The Pacers are like they're okay in the Eastern Conference right now. They're like fifth at the moment, but the Pacers aren't anything special. But still, this is everything that we now kind of have to deal with. And when you just have losses like that, it doesn't help your team at all. In the grand scheme of things, though, look, take away from this is that Luka's still not comfortable with the team yet. He's still trying to get everybody's kinks and works out. We're going to try to figure that out and go from there. LeBron, like, I think the Lakers know that they have to get a top 6 seed because LeBron, you don't want LeBron out of gas again, trying to go into another deep playoff run, to try potentially a deep playoff run, and he's got to do another play-in game. You don't want this would be the 3rd year in a row the Lakers would be in the play-in. You don't want to do another. You don't want to do another year of that for LeBron to get that done. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for this game. Tomorrow, what we'll do is I should have another video out tomorrow that I want to do. I want to kind of talk about all the matchups for the NBA games tomorrow, kind of give my thoughts on every game and kind of what I would hope to see there going. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's your boy Y2 Shadows, Chaos Control Army. I am out. And yeah, see you later, Hoop Knights family. Take care, y'all. See y'all on the next one.